Sevilla story. Part 1. Despite her 55 years, Sevilla risked her life to save her son. She could no longer see him bedridden day and night. He said he couldn't even go to the toilet because his kidneys had almost failed and he was not well at all. Eventually, the unfortunate woman had to put the house and the small farm she had built up over decades up for sale. And all because her son told her that the only doctor who could help him was charging a very high price. "Dear son, don't worry, I'll do everything I can to make you well. I'm already looking for buyers for the house. As soon as I find one, we'll go straight to the doctor," Sevilla said. But the son discouraged the mother, saying that he had lived enough in the world, and this is his destiny. The woman sobbed as she heard her son's words. The man hadn't worked anywhere for months. He sat in his room all day long, eating and drinking whatever he wanted, as his mother gave him everything she could to make him happy. He himself kept saying that there was no point in spending money on someone who would sooner or later leave this world. The woman's sister used to tell her, "Sevilla, you must show your son to a doctor. That's the only way you'll know what's wrong with him. It is impossible to live forever in this uncertainty." The sister thought the man looked healthy enough for someone whose kidneys were almost failing. She was taken to his room. To her surprise, he was sitting there watching TV while his mother was in pain. 5 days later, they left the hospital and stayed with Sister Sevilla. August felt great. Just a week after the operation, he could walk quickly. Sevilla was amazed at his quick recovery, because she herself felt very weak, did not want to eat and could hardly walk. But the woman thought that it was her advanced age that had helped her son, because he was young. However, her sister told her, "I don't understand how Augusta can feel so well. It's strange. He never lets me help with the transportation. He says he prefers to do everything himself." But Sevilla blindly trusted her son. She thanked God that he had helped them and the operation had been so successful. The woman gave almost all of her money for August's treatment, so as soon as she felt a little better, immediately began to work as a part-time seamstress at home. And as soon as possible she wanted to leave her sister's house, so as not to interfere with their lives. But one morning she went into the room that was allocated to her son to clean. There, and saw under the bed an unfamiliar phone, on which just came a message. A woman, but without consolation, her mother assured her that she had to help her son. When she was finally able to sell the house, she went to break the happy news to her son. He told her that he would make an appointment with the right specialist, whose services cost a huge sum. This aroused the interest of the woman's sister, who was surprised to learn that the cost of the appointment was almost equal to the entire sum realized for the house and farm. The next day they went to see the doctor. After examining them and getting the results of the tests, he told the elderly woman that only a kidney transplant could save her son, but it would be very difficult to find a suitable donor in such a short time. The woman did not fully understand the specialist's explanation, but she said she was ready to donate her kidney. Once Sevilla offered to be a donor for her son. The doctor examined her and found that her kidney was a match for the man and that despite her age, Sevilla was well suited to be a donor. The operation was scheduled for the near future. A few days later, the operation was performed. The transplant was a success. When Sevilla regained consciousness after anesthesia, she had a headache. The woman was prodded, but she was happy, because now her son would live. The doctor came. He told the patient that everything had been successful and her son was out of danger, and she herself would soon be better. Sevilla wanted to see her son in a wheelchair. To be continued. Subscribe and don't miss it.